E90X paddle shifters. Nobody will understand why they decided that this is an upshift and this is also an upshift. You guys are in luck because there's actually a very simple and free modification that I'm going to teach you guys how to do today to make the left paddle pull to downshift. Here's everything we're going to need for the mod. We got our T20 over here, 10mm, a wrench, optional interior panel remover, and then these screwdrivers right here we're just going to use to help with the clips on the wires. Life is a dream and I like it, I like it a lot. I'm bringing the pain. So I actually had to grab some extenders. The 10mm just to take the terminal off your battery. When I'm doing anything electrical with my car, I just like to disconnect the battery just to be safe. We got the battery disconnected. We're gonna go back inside. Next, we gotta get this plastic cover off the steering wheel. That's where the T20 comes into play. You got 3 screws for that. First one is located right here below the paddle shifter. Second one is right here in the middle of the steering wheel at the bottom. And then this third one, same thing, right at the bottom of the paddle shifter on the other side. So the first 2 came out pretty easy, but I had to get the ratchet out on this one here. Seems like we got it loose. Yep. Just a note, once you get these screws loose, they probably won't fall out of the back, but then from there you just kind of have to slowly work at this thing and get these clips off. There's going to be clips at the top. You can kind of see the clips right there. We got the plastic off the wheel. We're not going to worry about the right side because this is already up. We need this to go down. So what we have to do next is get this control module out of this trim piece. And to do that, we have a T20 on the back right there, which I am going to remove now. So once you get that out, this screw will come free. So make sure you don't lose that, unlike these ones that are going to stay in the wheel. Now from here, we've got to remove this wire from this module. I just want to note to you guys, if you haven't taken this apart already, this wire will be in these metal clips and you will have to pull it free from these back here. And this is the wire I'm talking about right here. Should be pretty easy to get out. Just pull and wiggle a little bit and she will come free. Now that we got this thing completely out, this is where these come into play. We're gonna have to get this little piece of plastic off. This is like a little cover. All right, so to get this clip off, I'm just using this little screwdriver here. Kind of just pick a side, whichever has more of an opening. Kind of wiggle it in there until you get it to pop up. And then you should be able to just pull it off like that. Pretty much all you're doing here is, I don't know if this will focus, but there's numbers on this. You're gonna see wire 1 and wire 3. You wanna switch those 2 and leave the middle one alone. So the top wire is number 3, which is the push function, and the bottom wire is the pull, which is number 1. If you want to completely remove the push function from this, the wire that's wire number 3 is the top wire. So when you take the bottom one out, you put it in the top. That'll make this downshift. The bottom one, you can leave that one out and electrical tape it. That's the push function. That is what is the upshift button. So now you're gonna want to take your little screwdriver, take it into the bottom or the top pin, whatever you're doing first, and you kind of just got to push it around until you get it out, just like that. For this second part, I actually had to get a smaller screwdriver, and then it's the same thing. Just kind of push in there, pull, then it'll come out. Do the same thing with the top. Flip the top and the bottom, and then you are good to go. Just slip the wires back in like that. Like I said, I already have the mod done, so I'm not flipping them. Now to put it back together just like it came apart, you got to get your little plastic clip, put the back end in first, slide the front in. Now that the cover's put back on this clip, just slide this back into there. It'll just sit right in place. Not really gonna click or anything. You should know it's in because you won't be able to pull it right back out. Now we want to get our T20 and our screw. We are going to put this back together. Put your screw back in the top up over here. Now that this is all put back together, you just slide this all back in. Gonna get some clipping noises when things fit into place. Now we got to grab our T20 again and go ahead and reline up and tighten the screw below this paddle, behind the middle of the wheel, and then below this paddle as well. These screws back here should line up pretty automatically. At least they just did in my case. If they don't, kind of helps to put pressure on the wheel in the areas where they are and kind of manipulate it a little bit as you're trying to tighten it. Perfect. All right, we got the battery reconnected. Go ahead and start it up. Now that I disconnected and reconnected the battery, I have a bunch of errors. I just watched a YouTube video for my YouTube video, so we're gonna see if this works. I guess to get rid of this traction light, we're gonna turn the wheel all the way to the left, all the way to the right, and there goes my lights, I guess. Apparently when the battery's dead or disconnected and those lights come on, you have to turn the wheel to the left and the right to recalibrate the steering angle sensor or something like that, and then that will get rid of those lights. That's pretty cool, I didn't know that. So now that we got that cleared and done and everything is put back together, we're gonna get another frickin', what is that this time? I now get a warning that my transmission's in neutral, so I'll have to figure out how to clear that. All right, now that we got that all cleared, we're gonna put this bad boy down into sport mode. We'll put it into first with this thing. As you can see, we got right up into second. And now we're gonna come over to here, down into first, just like it should. And since I put my other wire back in, you can see I can still upshift over here as well. And then you downshift with the pull. And then same thing over here. You can downshift or upshift, downshift like it should be, or upshift, so then you can still drive with one hand if you want. That is how you make your E90X paddles function how they should have stock. Thank you to everybody who stuck around to the end, and thank you to all the new subscribers that have been coming in over the last few weeks. I'm finally sticking to an upload schedule, and it seems to be paying off, and I'm uploading every single Tuesday. We got a full video, and then as of January 6th or 5th, my apologies, I don't remember exactly the day, I'm uploading shorts every single day for the next 30 days, so make sure you tune into the shorts tab and take a look at all the content that's going up there. So yeah, thank you to everybody who stuck around. I appreciate you all, and I will see you all next week.
Yeah, so they get out my way. Yeah, fast on my lane. Yeah, I'm doing my thing.